You may remember that I spoke out in response to Charlize Theron, who decided to participate in a telethon raising money for drag queens. Sure, that's a worthy cause to spend your time on. And she had this threat for anyone who opposed her agenda of allowing them to perform apparently wherever and whenever and be in front of whichever audience she, and I guess they, would like. Listen.
We love you, Queen.
We love you, Queen.
We're in your corner, and we've got you, and I will fuck anybody up who's like trying to fuck with anything with you guys. It's really, in all seriousness, there's so many things that are hurting and really killing our kids, and we all know what I'm talking about right now. And it ain't no drag queen, because if you've ever seen a drag queen lip sync for her life,
yep,
it only makes you happier. It only makes you love more. It makes you a better person.
Okay. Not true. And obviously just a blatant pander to the far left wokesters who are important to her. So on the show on Friday, I pointed this out and said, accurately, that drag queen shows actually can be a potential problem, and was sure to point out that, look, you're a grown-up, you want to go into a bar and watch one over age 21 with a cocktail? That's up to you. I myself have done it. When I lived in Chicago 25 years ago, there was a place called the Baton Club. It was unbelievable, and we had a lot of fun there. Different story entirely from drag queen shows in front of young children, which is happening. So in the wake of those comments, you had some far lefties like LGBTQ Nation write up my comments on Friday and attack me for, quote, citing zero evidence that there are drag queen shows that are deeply disturbing and happening in front of children. Well, LGBTQ Nation, I actually showed such video on the show on Friday. If you had just paid attention to more than the 1-minute clip that you apparently watched, we did a 10-minute segment on it right now. It's got about 500,000 views on YouTube. Here's more, where you see inappropriate sexualized content being offered in front of children, okay, in front of kids. This website, among others on the left, claimed that these are false claims I made that have become distressingly common on the right. No, what is distressing is what is being done to the kids. And I'll give you one of the reasons that I am so upset about this stuff. I recently prepared a show, and you're going to see it next month, taking a deep dive into what happened with Jared, the Subway guy. Remember the spokesperson for Subway? Well, he turned out to be a pedophile and is now in prison for 15 years. And Netflix did an explosive and very eye-opening documentary on how he was caught and what the evidence was against him. And you are going to be riveted by this interview we did with one of the women, the woman who actually first discovered this was who he really was and made it her life's mission to catch him. One of the clips from that documentary is Jared talking to my guest, who's coming on next month, Rochelle is her name, about how he wants her. She's basically gone undercover to try to catch him. She's leading him to believe that she's going to work with him, that she's somehow turned on by this predilection of his. This is all, she's working with the FBI. This woman has no inclination toward pedophiles whatsoever. She's acting. And she's acting with him, trying to lead him to believe that she's on his side. And listen to the way he tells her. He wants her to talk in front of young children. She's got 2 kids, birthday parties and so on, about the way she is supposed to groom the children for his arrival. Listen.
What kind of cute friends do your kids have?
Oh, they have very cute friends. They know everything about sex. It's all they ever talk about in school.
What I need you to do is to start talking about that kind of stuff in front of them. You know, you would just say, tell Jared what you guys talk about in school. Or
you need to start talking about that stuff in front of them. And then it escalates to tell Jared what you talked about at school. You start getting the kids used to inappropriate sexual talk, sexual looks, sexual content. And then the pedophile moves in for the kill. That's called grooming. It's a real thing. It's supposed to lower the child's defenses to inappropriate sexual content at an inappropriate age. And this is one of the many reasons why drag queen shows in front of children that are sexualized are grossly inappropriate. I'm not talking about, as I pointed out, Dustin Hoffman in Tootsie, Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire. There wasn't a sexual thing about those performances. They were something entirely different. But to suggest that, look at this man dressed as a woman with his breasts hanging out, his fake false prosthetic breasts hanging out in front of toddlers, all right, in front of young children. It is happening. There are bills in several states to stop it, not because anyone wants to stop adults who are consenting and over the age of 21 from seeing what they want to see in a place like a bar, because we don't want it in front of our kids. And if you don't understand, Charlize and LGBTQ Nation and whoever else came after me for the Friday comments, which I'm fine with, but if you don't understand that there actually is a problem, and if you're not equally outraged about it, then you are part of the problem. You're part of the problem. You are setting the stage for further grooming and exploitation of children. And the Charlize Theron thing is so disturbing because guess who the pedophiles mostly go after? There are millions of them in the United States, millions. There are about 1 million in custody, and something like 10 to 40% of pedophiles get caught. The vast majority do not get caught. So there are millions more prowling schools and kids clubs and kids charities right now. And the problem for somebody like Charlize Theron, with all of her privilege, to come out and say, I will fuck you up if you oppose drag queens, is that she could not come from a more privileged position. She's rich, she's famous, she's beautiful. I'm sure she has a staff that looks like Downton Abbey. Guess who the pedophiles go after first? The kids from broken homes, the poor kids, the kids who have a parent who's addicted to drugs or alcohol. The kids who wind up in the system for having committed a juvenile defense. The kids who don't have a rich and famous mother out there saying, slay queen. All right? So she can lay the groundwork all she wants for drag queen performers everywhere. She's not going to have to pick up the mess. She's not going to have to deal with the children who get hurt as a result of us pretending this isn't happening and it's all fine. It's all just well and good. It's not. It's dangerous. That's the truth. Stand by every word I said. I would like the word spread wide, far and wide, so more people like Charlize Theron and LGBTQ Nation can educate themselves that consensual entertainment between adults is one thing, and the sexualization and grooming, indeed it is grooming, of young children is another. I know many of you make money freelancing or running a solo small business. You probably love the flexibility and control, but hate the crushing busy work, right? You could hire a bunch of different people like a CPA, bookkeeper, even an attorney, and end up paying thousands of dollars a month. Or you could use Collective. Now listen to this. Collective is the all-in-one financial solution for freelancers, contractors, and self-employed entrepreneurs. Collective handles all of your corporate formation and compliance paperwork, taxes, bookkeeping, accounting, even your payroll. It's the perfect marriage of technology and human tax and accounting experts. If you've already made money this year but don't have an S-Corp election right now through June 30th, Collective can save you thousands on taxes in 2023 because they're able to backdate your S-Corp election to January 1st. In fact, Collective members save on average $10,000 per year on their taxes. Act now before June 30th to save potentially thousands of dollars in your 2023 taxes. Go to collective.com to save on taxes this year and have someone who knows what they're doing handle your setup, accounting, and bookkeeping and taxes, even your personal taxes. That's collective.com and tell them Megyn sent me. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.